Good morning, Joe Deary, Powerful Improvements, Putnam, Connecticut. I am out here in Brooklyn, Connecticut today, and I've got a very dirty house to wash, and I'm going to show you guys what's going on. Right, first thing we've got is client wants me to take care of some of this moss that's next to this siding. So I'm going to hit that with my roof mix. I've got my 12 volt already pulled from the truck, and I'm going to pre-soak that whole area getting up on the siding so I can get rid of that. We're not doing a roof cleaning, but I am going to dress that up a little bit. And I know that it's going to transition the roof a bit, but maybe that'll turn into a whole roof wash for me in the spring. This place is pretty nasty. We got a lot of heavy algae. I've got the truck set up right here, all ready to go. My hose is already pulled. I've made 12 gallons of straight SH in my downstreaming tank today. And we got some apple wash in there. And we're ready to go. And I forgot to close my gas cap again. Just filled up my gas tank, so that's all set. Should get most of the day out of it today. I still got 45 gallons of straight shock on the truck. Got about 35 gallons of roof wash in there. My buffer tank is overfilled with 30 gallons, 35 gallons. Shut the Hudson off long enough to fill that up. I do that with a hose, just stick the hose right in the tank. So I got a nice full buffer to start with. But I want to show you guys some of how dirty this is. I got my power wash line pulled right straight through this alley. So I got the truck straight there. Pull straight through this little alley, little garage right here. Look how dirty this is in here. Beautiful. So this is going to be not too difficult, but a little congested for me to be in. I'm going to wear my mask through here so I don't kill myself, but that's pretty dirty. I hope my 1% mix takes care of it today. A little bit of lichen down here. That's all gonna melt right away. I got another little spot on the roof right here, same thing, where it's ugly right there. It's moss all in there. So I'm gonna soak that with roof wash before I start my house wash. And here's another good example of what we got going on. This is very, very dirty. As you can see, it's gonna come right off. And then one more pretty dirty area. I'm not doing anything with this deck. I'll spray maybe some quick house wash on it, but this thing is not my concern today. Again, maybe we upsell it for the spring. This guy just wants this place clean. I got this nice dirty chimney all the way up. And I'm hitting that today with the M5, no problem. I expect I'm hitting up into that peak with soap, no problem. And we're not doing really anything here too. Again, we've got a lot of upsell we could do. There's a fence here that needs to be done. Again, this guy's down in Florida, so we're gonna show him what we've got, and maybe we get him back in the spring and I can come out here and do the other things, you know. It's a pool patio that could be done, pool house that could be done. That deck over there in front of the little pool house is filthy. A lot of potential work for me here. So we're gonna jump right in and start washing. Ladder set up here. I shoot from the ground though. No problem reaching that peak on the roof, right where I wanna be. I like to bring a ladder in, just sometimes to help me with the angle. I'll probably use it when I pressure wash over here so I'm gonna apply a little rinse in here, a little X-Jet rinsing, knock some of this big stuff down. Again, we're trying to make a decent impression on this guy. Oh, I'm gonna wash this strip of the roof and he's gonna see the difference. And we're going to hopefully upsell the whole roof on this place. The only problem we have is this is an investment property, so sometimes when it's not a primary, people aren't as concerned about every little visual detail, but maybe we'll put together a nice package for them. All right, so we'll let that sit for a bit. All right, M5 to the top of the chimney, no problem. Nice, healthy soaker. I'm liking this, I think, more than my J-Rod right now. I'm still gonna obviously need to use the shooter on a lot of jobs, but I think I'm switching over to this M5 from now on. Sometimes it's about dwell time. I soaped this end, the chimney, that end, this whole back. Okay, the little alleyway that I showed you, the other side of this roof, and the garage in the front. So I got this house like 2/3 soaked. The only thing I have left is the front. So back here has been dwelling for about 15 minutes and it's just completely gone. You saw how heavy this was on this chimney. I haven't even rinsed it yet. And it's looking fantastic. So the advantages we have today, as you can see, it's very overcast. It's about 55 degrees at 9:30 in the morning. So I have the luxury of soaping large areas. So the whole back of this is done and looks fantastic. Is that nasty propane tank area where I smudged earlier. You can see that this is beautiful. And that's with the M5 soaper with about a 15-minute dwell, shooting 1% with a little apple wash, and worked fantastic. This evolution this summer and fall has taught me what changes I want to make for next year. You guys are always telling me get a proportioner, get a proportioner. It is on the list, has been on the list. I'm not making that upgrade until I reset this thing for the season next year. I'm going to run out what I have. Another big thing that has been issues for me is I'm outrunning water at my clients' homes constantly with my 35-gallon buffer tank. This is only a 4-gallon machine, so you can see that I don't have a lot of flow. You know, some of these houses are 2-3 gallons a minute, not like city water. Okay, so I'm outrunning the well's output, not running it dry, just running faster than it can produce. So I'm just gonna let this fill back up now. I only have just the front of this house to do, so I'll fill it up and it should take me through. But what I'm going to do next year with the proportioner is one of these 55s, the batch tank, is going to become straight water buffer tank. So I have 55 gallons, so I won't outrun the source as quickly. I still may once in a while, but that'll effectively give me nearly twice as much water, because this thing really only fills up to about 26, 27 gallons before the buffer or Hudson valve shuts it off. So anyway, I'll get 45, 50 maybe out of that. I'm going to get one of those different kind of float valves like Mike Olin shows that has the float in it in the tank that you can adjust. So I should be able to get that, 50 gallons in there anyway. Then I'm going to do straight SH with the 55, and then I'm going to do a soap tank in the middle, and I'm going to attach my proportioner right to it. So I'll eliminate 35 whole gallons worth of tank back there and create a lot more space. And then I'm also going to add another shelf on this side to do some storage of hoses. I'm going to take the hose reels that I replaced. I'm going to put electric hose reels on this side, and then I'm going to take those hose reels and put them over here, and potentially a larger gas tank that gravity feeds to this, so I can stop messing around with the gas tank. So those are the kind of upgrades I'm looking at making for next year from the few things I've learned this summer. Okay, we're all done. I'm gonna wrap it up. Just gonna show you this roof area. Came out fantastic. All the big stuff came down. The siding looks great. So that roof wash hit really made the difference. And this is that alleyway that was pretty bad. Still drying, but it looks fantastic in there. A whole world cleaner than it was, as you can see. So that's it. I'm gonna wrap up real quick, and then I've got about a half an hour ride to my next job, which is a roof wash and house wash for me. So pretty good one. I'll catch you guys in a few. All right, I'm out here on my second job making some roof batch. You can see I got some LA Awesome going in there. Gonna be filling up this 60 gallon tank. I've got some roof wash in there already from previously, freshening that up with about 10 gallons of straight shock, adding some water, and putting in 4 more of these 64 ounce LA Awesome from the dollar store soaps. And they work pretty well, so we're gonna have about 250 ounces, 260 ounces or so of LA Awesome going in here, combined with a little bit of soap that's left. And I've got this pretty big house. I'll show you from the front. It goes way down there, and I'm shooting all of the roofs on this, all sides today, and washing the house. So first thing I'm doing is getting my mix made, and then we'll show you guys what's going on the property. Not sure how well you can see in the video, but there is quite a bit of moss on this roof on that bottom edge. See it? It runs all the way up to the top. A little heavier up there. Not terrible. I'm going to be shooting from the ladder right here at the top of the stabilizer. And I should be able to hit up in here. It's about my max shot. I can get a little bit further than that. This is the small orifice pressure tip on my J-rod. Gives me the best distance. I'm going to kind of do this half to the cupola. Then I'm going to move my ladder over and do the other half. The reason I'm set up where I am right here is so that I can do this roof. And then come back across here in a sec where I like it. And do this roof. Again, this is my LA Awesome soap. It's not the thickest. I'm going to be switching up to some roof snot, I think, for next season. I did use it early in the season. My problem this year was just always running out of soap, so I need to just bite the bullet and get my back room in order. I'll be ordering supplies as I need them. But this soap does work pretty good, as you can see. All right, I got my ladder dead middle on this, and I should be able to reach corner to corner on that with my 12 volt 4.9 gallon per minute off the Gen 2, and it's only shooting 45 PSI, but I should be able to hit both those corners no problem. And I'm going to run a little time-lapse video just for fun. If you're curious, I made 12 gallons of house wash on the last one, and I used 8. So I'm down to 4 right now. I'm filling this back up. I put a big 1.5 inch worth of out of the gallon bottle, so I don't know, 12 ounces maybe of apple wash, and I'm going to fill up to about 10 gallons, and I think that should do what I need to do on this house with no problem. And we wound up using nearly all of that roof wash to do this. I don't know if you guys can see down in there, there's like 5 gallons left in the bottom of that tank. So that was a pretty good estimate, and it's all done here, nice and snowy white. So I'm just firing up to start my house wash. I've already got my line pulled. I'm way out there on the end. Wrap around, do that side, walk back to the truck and wrap it up. 11, that's 12, 11, 9, 10, 11. Solid 11 right there. And let's see where we end up. This M5 seems to drink a lot of soap. So it's still pretty overcast here today, so I've got 3 sides soaped already. This is the first side I soaped, and I'm back here now with the X-Jet, doing my rinse so I don't have to go back and forth. Turning my soap on and off, and switched off that M5, which did a fantastic job soaping. Very fast. Very, very heavy shot of soap comes out of that thing. A lot of flow. So maybe I'm going to adjust my technique a little bit. So I move a little faster. So shoot out the eaves first. Split the house in half. Push the water in one direction, creating your cascade. And that's how I do my rinsing. And I'm gonna go over to the other side and shoot back the other way. So I want to take note of how much house wash. There's about 2 gallons left in there. So it took about 8 gallons to wash this big old house. So M5 soaper does drink quite a bit, but it's putting up a nice thick layer of soap. All done, this project's all wrapped up and I'm ready to get out of here. It's raining again a little bit, not too bad. Just a little mist, just enough to keep things wet. And hoping we have no issues with the roof wash. There's nothing really moving here, so hopefully everything works out for me correctly. We'll catch you guys tomorrow.